Ladies and gentlemen, imagine holding a tiny seed in your hand. To the untrained eye, it looks insignificant, fragile, and powerless. Yet within that seed lies the potential to grow into a towering tree that provides shade, fruit, and shelter for generations. The transformation of that seed depends not on its appearance, but on the environment it's placed in and the process it undergoes. In the same way, many women today feel like that seed overlooked, undervalued, and uncertain of their worth. But I declare to you today, within every woman is a reservoir of untapped power waiting to be unleashed. You were not created to remain small. You were not designed to live in weakness. You are destined for transformation. What may seem like weakness today is often the seed of extraordinary power waiting to bloom. The concept of a seed is one of life's most profound metaphors. A seed in its initial form appears small, fragile, and almost insignificant. If you look at a single seed in isolation, you may struggle to comprehend its potential. It's easy to dismiss its worth because it doesn't look like much. But hidden within that seed is an entire world and ecosystem waiting to take form. The towering oak tree, with its sprawling branches and deep roots, once began as a tiny, unimpressive acorn. Yet the oak's grandeur and strength were present in that seed. All of them, they simply needed the right conditions to emerge. So it is with the human spirit, especially the spirit of a woman who feels overwhelmed by her circumstances. Weakness is often mistaken for failure, but it is simply the beginning of a process. It is not the weakness itself that defines you, but how you choose to respond to it. The seed cannot grow if it is discarded, ignored, or left in isolation. It must be planted, nurtured, and allowed to endure the seasons of growth. Many women live their lives unaware of the seeds of power within them. They look at their struggles, mistakes, or inadequacies and believe they are unworthy or incapable of achieving greatness. But the truth is, this weakness is not the absence of potential. It is the soil where growth begins. It is in those moments of vulnerability, when you feel as though life has stripped you of your strength, that the seed begins its journey to becoming something extraordinary. A seed does not grow on its own. It requires an environment conducive to its development. It must be placed in fertile soil, given the right amount of water, and exposed to the warmth of sunlight. Similarly, a woman's transformation requires intentional cultivation. The soil represents your mindset. If you plant the seed of your potential in the soil of negativity, self-doubt, or toxic relationships, it will struggle to take root. But when you choose to surround yourself with encouragement, wisdom, and purpose-driven influences, you create an environment where your potential can flourish. Water represents the nourishment of knowledge, growth, and perseverance. Just as a seed cannot thrive without hydration, your dreams cannot grow without feeding your spirit and mind. This means seeking out opportunities to learn, confronting your fears with courage, and allowing yourself the grace to fail and try again. Each drop of effort you pour into yourself is a step closer to your transformation. The sunlight, of course, is the divine spark, the unseen power that sustains you through the journey. It represents faith, hope, and the assurance that you were created for a purpose. No matter how dark the days may seem, the sunlight is always present, ready to energize the seed within you if you turn toward it. Let's not ignore the process itself. Seeds do not grow overnight. They face challenges, storms, pests, and even the weight of the earth pressing down on them. Yet it is precisely these challenges that make the seed stronger. A seed must break open to sprout, and in breaking, it begins its transformation. In the same way, a woman must confront her challenges and break free from the shell of her limitations. Pain and struggle are not indicators of failure, they are part of the process. Without resistance, there can be no growth. Imagine a seedling that emerges from the soil, delicate and small. It may not look impressive, but its roots are already reaching deep into the earth, seeking stability. Over time, that seedling grows into a sapling, then a tree, and eventually becomes a symbol of strength, endurance, and provision. This is the journey from weakness to power. It is gradual, requiring patience and resilience, but the outcome is undeniable. Your weakness is not your enemy. It is the starting point for transformation. The key is to recognize that your current state does not define your ultimate potential. Inside you lies greatness unseen, untapped, and waiting to be nurtured. But you must choose to believe in that greatness. You must refuse to allow temporary setbacks or feelings of inadequacy to keep you from planting the seed and trusting the process. The world often measures power in terms of visible accomplishments, but true power begins with unseen potential. Just as the most fruitful trees take years to grow, your transformation will take time. But when the moment comes and you stand tall, bearing fruit that impacts everyone around you, you will realize that the greatness was within you all along. I challenge you today to see your weakness differently. Stop judging yourself by what you lack and start embracing the potential that lies hidden within. Remember, every seed holds greatness, but it is up to you to plant it, nurture it, and let it grow. Your power is not coming from outside sources. It is already within you, waiting to be released. Will you water it? Expose it to the light and trust the journey, because the world is waiting for the towering tree you were meant to become. A woman's power is directly tied to understanding her divine identity and purpose. Without a clear sense of who you are and why you exist, your potential remains dormant, your strength unfocused, and your life unfulfilled. Identity is not just a label or role, it is the foundation of everything you can become. When a woman understands her true identity, transformation becomes inevitable. Too often, women are defined by external factors, society, culture, family expectations, or even their past mistakes. These influences can place limiting labels on you, whispering that you are not enough, too much, just ordinary, or unworthy. But these labels are not who you are. They are distortions, shadows of truth that seek to confine you to a narrative that is not your own. Real transformation begins when you strip away these false identities and embrace the truth of who you are. Identity is not something you earn, it is something you discover. Before you were born, your identity was already established. Your Creator designed you with intention, purpose, and power. You are not a random accident or a product of circumstances. You are a masterpiece crafted with precision, endowed with gifts, and destined for greatness. When you begin to understand this truth, you start to unlock the strength and potential that have been within you all along. Many women live their lives reacting to circumstances because they don't know who they are. When you don't know your identity, you will allow others to define you. You will chase after approval, validation, and acceptance, thinking that these things will give you worth. But no external achievement or recognition can establish your value. Your worth is intrinsic. It comes from your identity, not your accomplishments. To claim your identity, you must first break free from the false beliefs that have held you captive. Perhaps you have been told that you are not capable of leading, achieving, or dreaming. Perhaps life's challenges have made you feel weak or insignificant. These lies are like chains, keeping you from stepping into the fullness of your identity. Transformation begins with recognizing these chains and refusing to let them define you any longer. Understanding your identity also means understanding your purpose. Every woman was created with a unique purpose that only she can fulfill. Purpose is not just about what you do, it is about who you are. It is the reason you were placed on this earth, the contribution you were designed to make. When you connect with your purpose, your life gains clarity and direction. You no longer wander aimlessly searching for meaning. Instead, you walk boldly, knowing that your existence matters and that you have something valuable to offer. Identity and purpose are deeply connected. When you know who you are, you understand what you are meant to do. And when you live in alignment with your purpose, your identity is affirmed and strengthened. This synergy creates an unstoppable force for transformation. A woman who knows her identity and purpose cannot be easily swayed or defeated. She moves through life with confidence, resilience, and grace. It's important to understand that embracing your identity is not about perfection. Too often, women shy away from claiming their power because they feel inadequate. They look at their flaws, their struggles, and their mistakes and think, I am not enough. But identity is not about being perfect. It is about being authentic. It is about accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all, and realizing that your value does not diminish because of your imperfections. In fact, your struggles and imperfections are often what make you uniquely equipped to fulfill your purpose. Identity is also about owning your story. Every woman has a story, moments of triumph and moments of pain, seasons of joy and seasons of loss. These experiences shape you, but they do not define you. When you own your story, you take back the power to decide how it will be used. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being a creator of your future. You use your story as a platform for growth, transformation, and impact. A woman who knows her identity is unshakable. She does not rely on external validation because she knows her worth comes from within. She is not threatened by challenges because she understands that adversity cannot change who she is. She is not jealous or insecure because she knows there is no competition in purpose. What is meant for her cannot be taken by anyone else. When you live from your identity, you inspire others to do the same. Your confidence and authenticity give others permission to embrace their own identity. You become a source of light and strength for those around you, showing them what is possible when a woman steps fully into her power. Identity is the key that unlocks transformation. Without it, you are like a ship without a rudder drifting aimlessly. But with it, you become unstoppable, moving with purpose and direction toward the life you were created to live. Your identity is your anchor, your foundation, and your source of power. When you know who you are, nothing can hold you back. The world needs the woman you were created to be bold, confident, and unapologetically you. It's time to reclaim your identity and step into the transformation that awaits. Life often has a way of presenting us with challenges that seem insurmountable. Pain, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, can feel like an overwhelming force designed to break us. But pain is not the end of the story. It is, in fact, the beginning of a transformative journey. It is through pain that we find strength, through struggle that we discover resilience, and through hardship that we unlock the power within us. Pain is universal. No one is exempt from it. Yet, how we respond to it makes all the difference. Pain can either paralyze you or propel you forward. It can chain you to your past or serve as a catalyst for growth. The choice is yours. Transformation begins when you decide that your pain will not define you, but will refine you. The process is not easy, but it is necessary. Pain has a way of revealing who you truly are. In moments of discomfort and suffering, the masks we wear often fall away, exposing our raw, unfiltered selves. This can be frightening, but it is also a gift. It is in these vulnerable moments that we begin to understand our capacity for endurance, courage, and growth. Pain strips away illusions and forces us to confront our deepest fears, insecurities, and limitations. While this process may feel like breaking, it is actually the beginning of building something new. Every transformation begins with pain. Just as a seed must break open to grow, so must we endure seasons of breaking to reach our full potential. Consider the process of refining gold. The metal is subjected to intense heat, causing impurities to rise to the surface so they can be removed. The result is pure, radiant gold. Similarly, the pain we experience serves to refine us, removing what no longer serves us and revealing the strength and beauty within. It is important to acknowledge that pain is not a punishment. Too often we see our struggles as evidence that we are unworthy, inadequate, or forgotten. But pain is not an indicator of failure. It is a sign of progress. The caterpillar experiences the pain of transformation as it becomes a butterfly. The athlete endures the pain of training to achieve greatness. The mother goes through the pain of childbirth to bring forth life. Pain is not the enemy, it is the path. One of the most significant shifts in the journey from pain to power is the decision to stop asking, why me, and start asking, what can I learn from this? When you see pain as a teacher rather than a tormentor, you begin to extract wisdom, strength, and resilience from your experiences. Each painful moment becomes a lesson. Each trial a stepping stone, and each challenge an opportunity to grow. This perspective does not eliminate the pain, but it empowers you to rise above it. Transformation also requires forgiveness. Often, the deepest pain we experience comes from the actions of others, or even from ourselves. Holding on to anger, bitterness, or regret keeps us trapped in a cycle of suffering. Forgiveness is not about condoning what happened. It is about freeing yourself from the chains of the past. It is a declaration that your pain will not control your future. When you forgive, you reclaim your power and open the door to healing and growth. The journey from pain to power is not linear. There will be moments when the weight feels unbearable, when progress seems slow, and when doubt creeps in. But it is in these moments that you must remind yourself of your why. Why are you enduring this process? What vision do you have for your future? Your why becomes your anchor, keeping you steady when the storms rage around you. Power is not the absence of pain, it is the result of overcoming it. It is the realization that you are stronger than you ever imagined, capable of enduring and rising above any challenge. Power is the confidence that comes from knowing that pain does not have the final say. It is the ability to use your story as a source of strength, not shame. As you walk this journey, you will discover that your pain was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to shape you into the person you were created to be. The scars you bear are not marks of defeat, but badges of honor, proof that you have endured and emerged victorious. Each scar tells a story of resilience, courage, and transformation. The journey from pain to power is about taking ownership of your story. It is about refusing to be a victim of your circumstances and choosing to be a victor. It is about recognizing that your pain has purpose and that your life has meaning. The power you gain through this process is not just for you, it is a gift to the world. Your story of transformation becomes a beacon of hope for others, showing them what is possible when they too choose to rise above their pain. Embrace the journey. Lean into the discomfort, knowing that every step forward is bringing you closer to the person you are destined to become. Remember, pain is not the end, it is the beginning of your transformation. From the ashes of your struggles, you will rise in power, stronger, more radiant than ever before. The world needs your strength, your wisdom, and your story. Do not let your pain go to waste. It is the very thing that will lead you to your greatest triumph. The greatest limitations in life are not those imposed by circumstances, society, or even other people. The greatest limitations are the ones we accept, the ones we internalize, and the ones we internalize, and the ones we allow to define who we are and what we can achieve. To truly transform, a woman must break free from these chains, for they are the invisible barriers keeping her from her fullest potential. Freedom begins with recognizing these chains and having the courage to shatter them. Many women carry chains they do not even realize they wear. These chains can take many forms: fear, self-doubt, insecurity, guilt, or shame. They may have been forged by past experiences, failures, or the words of others that planted seeds of inadequacy. Perhaps someone once said, "You're not smart enough," or "You're not good enough," and those words have replayed in your mind ever since, becoming a false narrative that limits your belief in yourself. These chains may also come from cultural or societal norms that have dictated how a woman should think, act, or dream. Whatever their origin, these limitations are not your destiny. They are a prison you were never meant to live in. Breaking chains begins with awareness. You cannot overcome what you do not acknowledge. Take a moment to reflect on your life. What beliefs are holding you back? What fears keep you from stepping into your purpose? What stories have you told yourself that make you feel small or incapable? This self-examination can be uncomfortable, but it is the first step toward liberation. You must confront the lies you have believed and replace them with truth. One of the most common chains is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze you, keeping you from taking risks or pursuing your dreams. But fear is an illusion. It thrives on what might happen, not what is happening. Fear loses its power the moment you face it head on. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move forward in spite of it. Each step you take through fear weakens its hold on you until one day you look back and realize it no longer controls you. Another powerful chain is self-doubt. How often do you question your own abilities, thinking you are not qualified or worthy of success? Self-doubt whispers that you are an imposter, that you will fail if you try, and that you should stay where it feels safe. But self-doubt is not truth. It is a shadow that disappears when you shine the light of action and belief. Every time you choose to believe in yourself, even when it feels difficult, you weaken the grip of self-doubt. Confidence is built not by waiting to feel ready, but by taking action and proving to yourself that you are capable. The chain of guilt and shame can be particularly heavy. Many women carry the weight of past mistakes or the pressure of living up to impossible expectations. They feel they must be perfect, never faltering, never showing weakness. But perfection is not the goal, nor is it attainable. You were never meant to carry the burden of guilt or the stigma of shame. These chains are broken through forgiveness of others and of yourself. Forgiveness is a choice to release the past and embrace the freedom to move forward. Breaking chains also requires challenging the external voices that seek to limit you. Society has long imposed restrictive roles and expectations on women, dictating what they can and cannot achieve. These limitations are not truths, they are constructs designed to maintain the status quo. But history has shown time and again that women who refuse to accept these boundaries are the ones who change the world. When you break free from the expectations of others, you reclaim your power to define your own path. The chains we face are disguised as comfort zones. It's easy to stay in a place where things feel familiar and safe, even if that place is limiting your growth. But comfort zones are deceptive. They lull you into complacency, keeping you from reaching higher and going further. True transformation happens outside the bounds of comfort, where you challenge yourself to take risks, embrace uncertainty, and pursue dreams that scare you. Breaking free from the comfort zone is not easy, but it is essential for growth. Breaking chains is not a one-time event, it is an ongoing process. New challenges will arise, and with them new fears, doubts, and limitations. But each time you face these barriers and choose to break through them, you grow stronger. You begin to see yourself not as someone who is bound by circumstances, but as someone who creates possibilities. As you break free from your chains, you also inspire others to do the same. Your courage becomes a beacon of hope for those who are still bound. Your story of liberation shows others what is possible when a woman decides to reclaim her power and live without limits. Remember, chains are not unbreakable. They are as strong as the belief you place in them. The moment you decide to confront them, their power begins to fade. You were not created to live in captivity. You were designed to soar, to create, and to impact the world in ways only you can. Your chains do not define you. Your decision to break them does. Now is the time to step into your freedom and embrace the boundless power that has been waiting for you all along. Transformation begins with a vision. Vision is not just about seeing what is, it is about seeing what could be. It is the ability to look beyond current circumstances, limitations, and challenges and envision a future that is greater, brighter, and more aligned with your purpose. Without vision, there is no direction. Without direction, there can be no meaningful transformation. A woman who desires to move from weakness to power must first cultivate a vision that inspires and propels her forward. Vision is the ability to imagine the life you were created to live. It is not dictated by your past or confined by your present. It is rooted in the possibilities of your future. Many people live their lives reacting to what happens to them like a ship adrift at sea. Vision provides the compass, the anchor, and the sail that guide you through the storms of life toward your true destination. It gives you clarity and focus, helping you to prioritize what matters most and to dismiss distractions that threaten to derail your journey. Having a vision requires courage because it challenges you to think bigger than your current reality. It forces you to confront your fears, doubts, and insecurities. Many women shy away from dreaming because they believe their dreams are too lofty or that they are unworthy of such aspirations. But the size of your vision reflects the size of your belief in yourself and your purpose. If your vision does not scare you a little, it is not big enough. Vision does not come from external circumstances, it comes from within. It is born out of reflection, prayer, and a deep understanding of who you are and what you were created to do. It requires you to ask powerful questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These questions help you uncover your purpose and craft a vision that aligns with it. A compelling vision is not just about personal success, it is about impact. True transformation occurs when your vision extends beyond yourself and seeks to make a difference in the lives of others. A woman with vision is a force of nature. She understands that her life is not just about what she can achieve, but also about what she can contribute. Her vision becomes a source of inspiration for her family, community, and the world. Once you have a vision, you must protect it fiercely. Not everyone will understand or support your dreams. Some may even try to discourage you, projecting their own fears and limitations onto you. This is why vision requires focus and resilience. You must guard your mind against negativity and surround yourself with people who believe in you and your potential. Seek out mentors, allies, and friends who will challenge you to grow and hold you accountable to your vision. Vision also requires discipline. It is not enough to dream, you must act. A vision without action is merely a wish. Transformation happens when you take deliberate, consistent steps toward your goals. This often means making sacrifices, enduring setbacks, and pushing through obstacles. But each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your vision. Celebrate your progress along the way, for it is proof that transformation is happening. One of the most powerful aspects of vision is its ability to shift your perspective. When you have a clear vision, you begin to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. You understand that setbacks are temporary and that failure is a stepping stone to success. Vision gives you the strength to persevere, the courage to innovate, and the resilience to rise after every fall. Vision is not static, it evolves as you grow. The more you step into your purpose, the clearer and more expansive your vision becomes. Do not be afraid to revisit and refine your vision as you gain new insights and experiences. Stay open to the possibilities that unfold and trust that your journey is leading you exactly where you need to be. Perhaps the most important aspect of vision is the faith it requires. Vision demands that you believe in things you cannot yet see. It calls for trust in your Creator, in the process, and in yourself. Faith is the bridge between your current reality and the future you envision. It sustains you in moments of doubt and propels you forward when the path seems unclear. A woman with vision is unstoppable. She does not wait for circumstances to align perfectly. She creates opportunities. She does not dwell on what she lacks. She focuses on what she can do with what she has. Her vision becomes her guiding light, illuminating the path to her transformation. As you cultivate your vision, remember that it is not just for you. Your vision has the power to inspire, to create change, and to leave a lasting impact. The world needs women who dare to dream boldly and act courageously. Your vision, no matter how big or small, is a vital piece of the puzzle that makes this world a better place. Dare to dream. See the woman you were created to be and the life you were meant to live. Hold that vision close and let it drive every decision, every action, and every step of your journey. With vision as your guide, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Transformation begins with what you see and what you believe is possible. True transformation is not just about moving from weakness to strength or from limitation to freedom. It is about understanding and embracing the purpose of that power. Power without purpose is empty and often destructive. But power aligned with purpose becomes a force for good, not only in the life of the one who wields it, but in the lives of others. A woman's transformation is complete when she not only discovers her strength, but also channels it toward a meaningful purpose. Power is often misunderstood. It is not simply about control, dominance, or achieving personal success. Power, at its core, is the ability to influence and create change. It is the capacity to turn vision into reality, to make an impact that extends beyond yourself. A woman who embraces her power is not seeking to overpower others. She is seeking to empower them. She understands that her strength is not a tool for self-promotion, but a gift to be shared with the world. Purpose gives power its direction. Without purpose, power becomes aimless and transformation loses its meaning. Purpose is the why behind the journey, the reason you endure the challenges and embrace the changes. It is the higher calling that drives you to become the best version of yourself, not for your own sake, but for the sake of something greater. Purpose elevates power from a personal pursuit to a mission that impacts the lives of others. Discovering your purpose is not always straightforward. It often requires reflection, self-discovery, and at times trial and error. Purpose is not necessarily about what you do, it is about why you do it. It is the unique contribution you were created to make in the world, the legacy you are meant to leave behind. For some, purpose is found in motherhood, mentorship, or advocacy. For others, it is in creative entrepreneurship or leadership. Whatever your purpose may be, it is uniquely yours and deeply significant. Embracing power with purpose begins with accepting that you are worthy of both. Too often, women downplay their strengths or shy away from stepping into positions of influence because they fear judgment, rejection, or failure. They may question whether they are enough, smart enough, skilled enough, or deserving enough. But power and purpose are not reserved for a select few. Every woman has the potential to lead, to create, and to inspire. The key is to own your gifts, your talents, and your calling with confidence and humility. Living a purpose-driven life requires intentionality. It means aligning your decisions, actions, and priorities with your values and goals. It means saying no to distractions and yes to opportunities that move you closer to your purpose. Purpose is not about perfection, it is about progress. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward fulfilling your mission. Power aligned with purpose is transformative not only for the individual, but for everyone they touch. A woman who understands her purpose becomes a light in her community, a source of hope and inspiration for those around her. She uses her power to lift others, to break barriers, and to create opportunities. She is not threatened by the success of others because she knows that her purpose is uniquely hers. Instead, she celebrates and supports others on their journeys, knowing that collective empowerment is far more impactful than individual achievement. One of the greatest expressions of power with purpose is the ability to serve. Serving others is not a sign of weakness, it is a demonstration of true strength. When you use your power to meet the needs of others, to advocate for justice, or to create opportunities for those less fortunate, you are living out your purpose in its highest form. Service requires humility, compassion, and a willingness to put others before yourself. But it is through serving that you find the deepest fulfillment and the greatest impact. Purpose-driven power also requires resilience. The journey will not always be easy. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But when you are clear about your purpose, you are able to persevere through challenges because you know what you are working toward. Purpose gives you the strength to rise after every fall and the determination to keep going when the road is difficult. Transformation does not stop with achieving power. It continues as you learn to wield that power with wisdom, integrity, and compassion. Power is not just about what you can do, it is about what you choose to do. It is about making decisions that align with your purpose and reflect your values. It is about using your influence to create a better world for those who come after you. Power aligned with purpose is not about you, it is about the legacy you leave behind. It is about creating a ripple effect, a positive change that touches lives far beyond your own. Your transformation is not just for your benefit, it is for the benefit of everyone your life impacts. When you embrace your power with purpose, you become a catalyst for transformation in others. You inspire them to rise, to dream, and to discover their own strength and calling. Step boldly into your power and embrace your purpose. Know that you were created for more than survival, you were created for significance. Your power, aligned with your purpose, has the potential to change not only your life, but the lives of countless others. Let your transformation be a testament to what is possible when a woman chooses to live with intention, courage, and a deep sense of mission. The world is waiting for your impact. Step into your power and make it count.